This is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the Everblack podcast.
Hey, humans, Carl, this is Odorous from Guam.
I'm going to the Fear Factory.
This is George Corsh Under Fisher.
This is Gas from Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13. This is Rex from Kill Devil Hill.
This is Gary Lee from Sepultura, and you're listening to Everblack podcast.
Before we go into this episode of the Everblack podcast, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, the clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies, dresses and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code Everblack for 20% off your order. Also, don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the Everblack podcast on Spotify and iTunes podcast streams, and see all our video interviews on the Everblack YouTube channel. You can also read all our articles and reviews at everblack.com.au. All right, on with the show. My name's Nev anyway. Thanks for joining us on the show, man.
No problem. Sorry I'm a little late. I apologize.
No, it's totally cool. Well, of course, it's been a pretty tough year, but the Aquabats have been really productive with the release of your latest album, Kooky Spooky in stereo, and your live streams. The response for this has been phenomenal despite 2020. And, despite everything happening, have you had a chance to sort of take a step back and soak up that admiration, or has it just been go, go, go?
I think it's been go, go, go. As much as we can.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to feel the admiration because we're living in such a tech dominated moment that it's hard to really feel like you're touching base with your fans or your friends or your family at Thanksgiving, whatever it is. It's been hard for us to know that people are really digging the record. So even though the numbers are good and people are saying stuff, it just, without actually getting out on the road, and I don't want this to sound like complaining, because we have to do what we have to do to make the thing go away or all that stuff. So it's been weird for us because it feels like we had to hurry and get the record out. And then because of 2020, what happened in the spring, it got delayed. And then it's just been on pause and all our tour dates got canceled. And so we've just kind of been like, what's happening? And then once the record came out, we rushed to do the Halloween show. And now we're working on trying to write new songs for a new record. And it's kind of go, 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 but in a different way. Normally you put out a record and then you go out on the road and you play the songs and you touch base and you feel like, hey, people are really digging this, and you're able to talk to people. But now we're really just relying on, what people are saying online and kind of trying to find the energy out of that and see, is this really working? But I think overall it's been really positive, and we're really happy as a band the way that the record turned out. It is funny that we recorded it a year ago. It's been a year. And in the fall of 2019 is really when we finished it. And we were waiting to put it out in the spring so that we could tour in the summer. But then again, everything got pushed. And with the way everything was in the world at the time, it just didn't seem like it would make sense to put the record out when there was so much, unrest and things going on, and so, but now it's good. And I think it's fun. It's a spooky kind of record, but in a fun way. And we're trying to keep the positive vibes out there and let people know that, we can still, we may be going over the falls, but let's have a good time on the way down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? It is. This year's actually been a really good year for music, despite everything that's happened. And I think we've needed that positivity. We've needed that, because that album dropped, and it really, I think it put a smile on a lot of people's faces. And I think because it's been a while since we've heard from you guys. Well, we've seen you guys, but in record form, I think it was 9 years since High Five Soup.
Well, yeah. High Five Soup came out in 2011, and then we did the Aquabats Super Show in between, and of course we released like the first volume of songs off of the TV show, the Aquabats Super Show soundtrack volume 1, not 11. But and then we have another volume 2 that could potentially come out in the next while, but we owe another original record of music. So this is the first kind of 4 album music that's been out since 2011. So yeah, almost a decade. But again, like the songs on the Super Show soundtrack are all silly and enjoyable as well. But it is kind of a different animal, I guess, because a lot of those songs were specifically written for, scenes or something in the show, in the narrative. But again, I mean, most Aquabats songs are very, I guess, kind of visual and narrative in a way. They're trying to paint a picture, using the sounds of the music and, the different vibes to kind of paint a picture, So, because we are very visual, obviously. Obviously. Hooray.
No, I mean, you guys are like, your songs are very descriptive and they're like little stories, and it's easy for people of all ages to enjoy and get into. And, like, for instance, my son, he's 4. He woke me up at 5 a.m. the other morning singing Skeleton Inside Me while sitting on our ensuite toilet. So it was echoing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And that was my alarm. I woke up, what are you doing? And he's like singing that, and he gets it. That's
a perfect alarm for 2020. A little 4-year-old singing "Help Me" on the toilet. See, but it's where was I going? Yeah, you got to record that and then actually put it in your phone.
I got it. Not from, I wasn't filming him, but inside, like in the room, I was like, he's gonna grow up. 21st birthday. I'm gonna crank it on the speakers.
Hey, everybody,
listen to this. Yeah,
that's pretty cool, though. That's really cool. And again, the record is kind of a surprise that it's gotten a good response, because we really haven't felt very connected to anyone this year. And so it's great that it's finding its way into people's hearts and homes, and that it can still get out there without us having to deliver it, so but we can't wait until we can do that again and come back. We haven't been to Australia in, man, I don't remember the last time we were there.
Soundwave. It was Soundwave.
It was the last Soundwave, the one that like tanked it. So what year was that? 2012, maybe?
No, 2014.
Yeah, 14. That was it. That was the last one.
Yeah.
2014. So yeah, it's been a while. But we had so much fun on those Soundwave tours and just playing in Australia, period. So we'd love to come back. Yo Gabba Gabba, another show that we were involved with.
Yes.
Our first tour we did was in Australia.
No
Australia was like the first people to say, we want Yo Gabba Gabba live. So that's the first place we went. And then with Aquabats too, like we love going there, and it feels like we get each other. We understand.
Absolutely.
Fun. It's all about the fun, and Australians are fun people. So
we go all right.
Well, for the most part. There are those guys with the shoulder pads and the mohawks and the metal boomerangs. Like, those guys aren't so nice. But
yeah. Hey, you the Mad Max one? Yeah. That's in Logan.
That's Western Australia.
But hey, the festivals are just starting to get announced and stuff now. So
really?
You never, man.
Get us in there,
man.
We need a Gold Coast. We need a Gold Coast festival to be.
Well, there's one in Brisbane that's happening next year that's called Good Things. I'm just going to put that out. I got nothing to do with them, but I'm just putting it out there. Good Things Festival. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, we like good things.
I like good things.
We're good guys, so. I guess it depends on what you think is good. So
I think it's excellent. But
we try to fight for the right, causes, justice and freedom and all that stuff that good people try to fight for. I don't know. You got to be careful what you say nowadays.
Yeah, I know. It's all recorded. I know, right? But the album was crowdfunded, and I love that it came out on the glow-in-the-dark vinyl as well. Have you turned the lights off and like spun it yourself or done the thing?
Yeah. I might even have one around that. I might even hold on. I might have one that you can see. Here's the glow in the dark vinyl.
Oh,
and
how good is that?
Look
at that.
And then if you put it back here, it kind of glows, right? It's kind of glowing. It's there's glowy moments on it for sure.
I love it. How good is that?
This is the special glow in the dark vinyl. And then it came out on other different colors as well, but yeah, this is the special vinyl. And that's something to be said about vinyl is it's been fun collecting vinyl again. I mean, in the 80s you didn't have a choice. I mean, you had cassettes, but most things came out on vinyl, so you just bought vinyl records. And then the Walkmans came out, like I guess Star-Lord made them popular again, but you used your cassette and skateboarded to school every day, in the 80s. And then then CDs came out and vinyls were kind of like, Eef. But this year it's been fun to go down the vinyl highway again and like, oh, hey, wait a second. This is kind of cool. Like, so we've got a new record player in our studio, and we've been bringing all our vinyls in and collecting vinyl and now putting out actually vinyl of Aquabats records has been pretty fun. So we have Kooky Spooky is out on vinyl. We have Fury of the Aquabats is out on vinyl. And then of course our season 1 soundtrack from the Super Show is on vinyl as well. And and there's a mix of different colors and things. So it's cool.
It's fun. Yeah. Hey, I would love to get my hands on one of those. That's amazing. So, and of course, as I mentioned before, what was I talking about? We're talking about vinyl. I know
vinyl. Yeah, the record. It's glow in the dark, and
that's right.
Glowsies.
I was gonna say, like, I think the song off it, Pajamas On. Comes up 2020 for a lot of people being stuck at home. I'm pretty sure, that they would have bought up a lot of weird stuff. Did you get anything weird while you were at home from online?
I'm trying to think, like the weirdest thing I got online while we were at home. I'd have to trip back into my history, my purchase history,
which can be dangerous.
But, I mean, last year when we wrote the song with our buddy Matt Gorney, who's kind of like the 6th member of the Aquabats, he's been with us as a bad guy on stage and then on the TV show, and he's a writer and a songwriter, and he's just a really funny guy. And we were all joking around about that, and he kind of whistled or hummed that tune, and then we were talking about Amazon and just how everything is so just at your fingertips, and why even go outside anymore. And we were all joking around about that. And then it just kind of became the song, so Matt came up with the hook, put my pajamas on, I turn on Amazon, ain't never going to go outside again. And then we just kind of launched from there. But it's kind of true, it's weird. Yeah. We kind of called it a little bit, but sometimes when it's funny how things you joke around about, and then when they come to fruition, it's kind of scary, actually, because a lot of times you're joking around about it because it's like cynically something. Oh, wouldn't that be terrible if that happened? And then it really happens. So maybe we need to stop joking around.
Maybe just start joking about winning the lottery.
That's right.
Or world peace. Or,
there it is. There it is.
The lizard people.
Hey guys, let's write a song like "What if all the bad guys were gone and they moved to a different planet and everyone that was good was here and we could go outside and everyone had millions of dollars."
And
Yay!
then it gets worse. Yeah.
Exactly.
Pirating. But
yeah, you just got to be prepared. Is all. You just got to be prepared. That's why.
That's right.
That's why we're wearing what we're wearing.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a mask. Which doesn't really to protect me. Well, you did a really great Halloween themed streaming event, and you're about to do another one, the Kooky Christmas Party on December 11th, which is super exciting. What can we expect from this big old Christmas party shindig?
Well, I don't know if you caught our Halloween party. I don't know if you were able to or not, but it was really fun. We got to dress up in costumes, which we don't normally do, and we got to we hosted our own concert, so it was kind of like a variety show where we were the hosts, and then we were like, and now with their hit song, here they are, the Aquabats. And so that was fun because we recorded all the songs like a couple days before live, and then we did like a live hosting thing, and we got to answer questions from people, and we did contests and giveaways, and it was kind of like this really low budget live stream event, which we wanted it to be that way, really loose and weird, and then we cut to the the concert footage, and it was more put together, and we actually rehearsed and tried to play good and stuff like that. So we wanted people to see the two sides of the Aquabats, the one that was less polished and the one that was very nice.
So clips of it, and I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, and that's what we're going for the Christmas holiday Kooky Christmas Party is same kind of thing. We're going to host ourselves. In fact, we're going to be shooting the concert footage in the next couple days, and then we'll do the live portion of it next weekend. And so, the reason that we don't actually do the concert live is because, and people work with me here, guys, but some people like throw a little shade on that and go, oh, it's not live, you pre-recorded the music, yada yada yada. But it takes a lot of rehearsal and a lot of skills to be able to, cables and the right microphones and
yes.
Get everything has to be really perfect for you to pull something off live that sounds great. I mean, even a lot of these things that have been happening over, in COVID land, where you'll have, different musician will play the bass and then this guy will play the guitar, and it's like, wow, they're doing it live. They're not doing it live. They're all doing it separate and making it perfect and then putting it together, and it seems live. So when you're actually playing live in front of people and it's really raw and you make mistakes, you can't go back and fix them. But a lot of times people don't notice that when you're at a concert and, Kurt Hamnet from Metallica, like chunks a note, you don't notice it. You don't notice at all. Cause it's like, yeah. Everyone, Metallica. Yeah. But when you record something and you're videotaping it and you make one tiny mistake, it's very obvious. And so we pre-record it to make sure that it's as good as it can be. And then we do the live in between stuff to keep it loose like we would normally be on stage. So it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a good pattern of doing it for our band. It's a good way to do it.
I agree. Because you know what happens. There's always those music nerds out there that you hit the one and they go, oh, that's...
Yeah. No, and those are the same people that are saying, oh, it's not live. They pre-recorded the music. But it's like, you know what? Okay.
That's what I say.
So we did. We still played the music. We're still playing it. We're just not actually doing it live because there isn't a way to fix anything live. It's like if you play a song and Ricky fell off of his drum set in the middle of the song and something bad happened, it's like, then what do you do? Right? What do you cut away to say like, hey guys, hang on a second? or do people just want to watch the train wreck? And I think some people do want to watch the train wreck. We just don't want to watch.
It's like you put up that beep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that that can happen. We always have things going on when we play live. Monsters come out and fight us, and people are flying around. And I've been hit by Crash's bass headstock, 100 times at least. And fortunately, I can still see out of one of my eyes. So that's
You're doing all right. Yeah.
Exactly. How do you think I killed my tooth?
Yeah.
But,
that's good story.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about doing stuff live that are awesome. But again, it's like even your favorite Elton Johns and
Yeah.
I don't know. Whoever he does his thing with live, it's not really totally live. You know what I mean?
I could
They
tell you
make
about
sure that it's perfect.
I can tell you about one big live stream from years ago that I watched it at the cinema. I'm not going to mention who it is because it was pretty big panned. Watched it at the cinema and then saw it on DVD, and I was like, that vocal is completely different from when I saw then.
Right.
So you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Any kind of live thing, even nowadays, when you actually go to concerts, a lot of the live music is enhanced with backing tracks or, and we're guilty of that as well, because we want to provide at least the experience of our total, you want to hear a song like you hear it on the record. And I think growing up in the 70s and 80s, a lot of bands would just forego that and just say, hey, we only have bass, guitar, drums, and a keyboard. Let's just play what we have with us. And then you'd go to the show and you'd be like, that doesn't really sound exactly like the song, but I guess, it's this band playing it. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But then, once technology comes in and you can add those extra tracks or the extra, keyboard pad that adds those like weird sounds and fun things, instead of having 10 arms or like 15 extra players, let's just put it on the backing track. We don't do it a lot, but it helps to also anchor a lot of our video presentations when we play live. It's better to anchor it with some kind of a track. So we have some tracks that we play with live, but whatever, we're the Aquabats. Who cares?
It's all fun, man.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Talking about fun, are you going to take
one thing that we haven't done very much of is lip syncing?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
that's right.
Hey, that's kind of nah.
We don't need to. Well, we never get asked to be on any kind of award shows or anything, so there's no real reason to fake it.
You'd have your own award show.
That's right.
The Aquabats Excellence Award for excellence.
And now the golden tape measure goes to
yeah. Oh man.
Midnight Oil. Peter Garrett going off there.
Yeah, he does, hey.
You know what? I was a big fan. I still am a big fan.
Oh, really?
Peter Garrett's dance moves.
Yeah, they're the best. No, really, it's like an Australian treasure.
It is good.
Yeah.
Right?
It is. Everyone knows. Everyone does it down here. So, yeah.
It's like the national dance, right?
It is. It's true. Yeah. Yep. That's what happens in Parliament House. After they have a,
Peter Garrett walks in and they're all,
Little sky mine.
Oh, the power and the passion. And then 10 drummers come out. Man. Yeah, we're big fans of Australian music, particularly from the 80s.
Really? There you go.
Man. Midnight Oil, Hoodoo Gurus.
Wow.
Come on now.
You're dropping the names, man. You're an honorary. I bet you're a real Australian. You're just putting on that accent.
We're actually, the Aquabats are wannabe Australians, because once we toured there and we hung out with our people there in Australia. We were like, why don't we just move here? Because it feels like, it does feel like California must have felt like in the 50s, meaning it was clean and people respected the land and like there wasn't trash everywhere and syringes all over the beach. It just was like, I guess it depends on where you go. But for the most part.
Yeah.
Just feels like a good sunny place to be, and for the most part, people
And
were
hot.
Really,
Right
yeah,
now it's hot.
It's hot.
Stinky hot.
It doesn't get that hot here in LA, but Southern California, it stays about the same, but a little bit. It gets a little bit hot in the summer.
Well, my mailbox is on fire right now, so summer's just hit. Yeah.
Let's put it out. Let's put out that fire with gasoline.
Should be right.
Do you need to answer the call, or what? What are we doing
What's that, sorry?
with your mailbox?
Oh, no. She's all right. She'll be right, as we say down there. But
Right?
but of course,
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
is there an Aquabats Christmas album on the way at some stage too?
No, but maybe some tube tops. I think
Ooh.
maybe we talked about doing a Christmas album for a while, and it just kind of seemed like we're not ready yet.
Okay.
But we did a couple of Christmas cover songs a few years ago, maybe around the time that High Five Soup came out, and we just unearthed them. We dug them up, and we may be releasing them on the internet here in the next week or two.
Whoa.
You could probably find them, but we're going to officially re-release them again. So yeah, maybe we could use those songs and maybe some of the Christmas songs from the TV show, and maybe we could put one together. I don't think it's a bad idea, but our friends are in a band called The Vandals, and they did a Christmas record about 20 years ago, and it's kind of like the best punk rock Christmas record ever made, and so we didn't want them to think we're copying them.
But it's 20 years later.
Because they're the only ones that ever did a Christmas album. Everyone does Christmas albums, so maybe we're thinking like, what if we did something else?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Do we need an Aquabats Christmas album?
Yes.
If you guys need it,
yes,
then we will
Yes,
be
we
there.
do. If I hear Mariah Carey one more damn time, man, in the shopping center, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's funny because I was out at the party store earlier today buying stuff for the Christmas thing we're going to be shooting, and I heard Mariah Carey, and it was that song. I don't want to get it stuck in your head. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
It was that one Christmas song that she sings so well, and and I was like, man, I hate this. Just because I heard it so many times. Not because it's a bad song. Mariah Carey, she can sing though. She's got some pipes. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, no, she can. No, I know. I'm with you. She can.
I'm
a death metal dude.
Sure, you're okay. I'm not a fan either. So,
but that's all right.
But I respect.
Yes. Talking about Christmas though, what's the best Christmas present you got as a kid?
Man, there was a bunch, but I rebought one for myself a few years ago, but it's on the shelf over there. It's one of those Shogun Warriors. Did you guys have those down in Australia? They're these giant like Japanese robots, and they had missile fingers, and they shot missiles out of their fingers. That was probably the best Christmas gift I ever got as a kid. Oh, I also got a bike one year that was like, we were really poor growing up, and I don't know how my parents pulled it off, but they got me a really, really killer bike, and it got stolen 2 weeks later.
Oh, that sucked.
I was bummed. I was very sad. It helped me realize that there needs to be heroes in the world and not zeros in the world.
That's true. No, that's true. Because that's a really sad story.
I thought I could rhyme. that was good. I thought
That
that
was good. No, that's a
wasn't
song.
that good.
That's a song.
But, yeah, you learn as a kid when people steal your stuff that like, hey, there are some bad dudes in the world. Could have been a girl. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Could have been Sheila. But there needs to be some people out there like correcting the wrongs. And that's where the Aquabats come in. That's why we dedicated our lives to stopping bike thefts. And
Well, you big
Christmas-
busy in Logan, I tell you.
yeah, porch pirates are a big thing right now. So with all those Amazon packages.
Yeah, what's with that? I love those videos.
We just camp out in bushes around like that house, that house over there looks like a house that would get a present dropped off. So we just wait and we're waiting. Okay. And then we wait till the owners get their packages and then we're off to the next house,
That's a really good job, especially this time of year. I mean, I'm really
we should start like an Uber thing together where if you've ordered a package and you want to make sure that it doesn't get ripped off, you order somebody to come and watch your package and you track it with the GPS of your package to say like, oh, the package is going to be here at 2. All right, I need you to be here from 2 to 6 until I get home. And then I'll just be standing on the porch, with a machete or something.
See, our Australia Post people will be like, oh yeah, it should be right. Just throw it in the garden. I found something the other day. 3 days later, I was like, oh, it's that book my friend sent me. So,
yeah,
but,
it's like that here too. But I'm just trying to think, how can we make a better world?
I absolutely. I think bear traps with a passcode, so no one can touch it unless you have that passcode.
Right. Or maybe there's like an invisible poison on all the boxes. If you touch it and if it's not your DNA, then you instantly die.
Yeah. See. Yeah. COVID. No.
I guess that's a lot of death. That's probably like not a good thing.
No, we don't want death. We just want people to like.
Speaking of death, how's it going there in Australia? I watched a documentary a few years ago about the cane toads.
Oh,
and it was troubling.
They
I wanted to know, is it still an epidemic?
Yeah,
of the cane toads?
Well, we've got where I live. I've got cane toads. I've got snakes the size of your head. I've got all the kind of stuff that I have to bring my dog as soon as the sun goes down. I have to bring my dog in and lock the dog door because the cane toads come out, and if they lick the cane toad, then they
if they like bite the cane toad to get rid of it, it'll kill your dog.
Yeah, right? And my Well, she's a Labradoodle. She's more like a Labradontal because she doesn't do what she's told. So she, we have to like bring her in. But yeah, we've got lots of fun.
But hey, Labradoodle doesn't shed, so you got that going for you. She may be a Labradonal, but she's not getting hair all over your couch.
She's a long-haired one.
Oh,
she's a weird.
Never mind. You have a bad dog who sheds all over the place. Great idea. But maybe you should let her out at night. Sorry, that's cruel and unusual.
Oh no,
or it can just be nature. Who knew that like nature, it's survival of the fittest. Who knew that a fat, ugly toad would be one of the most powerful predators in the world?
We had this one down out front of our jam space that was like that big. It was one of the biggest ones I've ever seen in my life. And this was in an industrial area. I don't even know how I got there. Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah. And I don't know if it got in a little towed car and drove itself there, but it wasn't anywhere near bush. They just appeared.
Okay. Next episode, Aquabats versus the flat earth reptile people. The next episode, Aquabats versus the giant toads.
Well, they're from Hawaii originally, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that. Costa Rica, I think.
Costa Rica, where they make the dinosaurs. So
that's right. Ooh. That's right. They're prehistoric beasts who have been unleashed. Yeah, it was a funny documentary. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like very clever and at the same time terrifying and terrible. But it was really funny because it talked about how the irony of bringing these toads in to kill these bugs, and the bugs were like way up high, and the toads couldn't even get them anyway. So they just started eating everything else, and then it just spiraled out of the control. So that's why, I wanted to check in with you guys to see if you needed any help.
It's okay. That's all right. I got one nibbling on my leg right now, but that'll be great.
It did make it seem like it was like never gonna be in control again. And
no, I've got like a creek down the back where I live, somewhere, not in the poster, but and you can hear them at night. There's like millions of them, and they chant, watch in unison.
That's so crazy. It's like a weird 70s sci-fi movie that's real.
And I walk down the footpath, and there's like hundreds of them on the footpath. Crazy. I hate them. I
know what you need for Christmas: a golf club.
Oh, yeah. So, well, there's a lot of people do that, but I guess it's like for us, where I don't know, we don't want to hurt them.
You don't want to hurt them, but at the same time, there's so many of them, they're going to kill everyone.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
Like you have to like.
How do you know that I'm not just going to pull this mask off right now?
And you're a toad person.
Oh yeah, I'll be a toad person.
No, I don't condone killing innocent anything.
No.
But at the same time, are the toads innocent? They're guilty.
Yeah, but how do you know that a toad knows that it's a toad? It's just, you know what I mean? Does it look in the mirror in the morning?
Then why feel bad about killing it? It doesn't know anything. It just knows.
Yeah.
Now, if it can do math, you shouldn't kill it. Dogs can do math.
They can do math.
They can put 2 and 2 together. You could say something to them, and they'll go, "Oh, okay, I got it." But you can't train a toad to do anything, really, can you? Granted, don't get me wrong. My favorite animal is a frog. Like, I love frogs.
Yeah, me too.
Frogs, toads, lizards. I'm a huge fan. We've had many pets come and go, and we've never killed any of them. We've kept them alive. But I'm just saying the toad thing is a little crazy. There's got to be a way to maybe like lure them onto a giant sponge cake or something, like if you could build a giant cake and put, lure all the toads onto it and then push it off into the ocean and let the sharks do their business or whatever. Cause then they'd kill all the sharks and the toads at the same time.
Yeah. But the sharks, that's their house. They're okay.
That's true. But if sharks ate those toads, they would die too, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
I reckon we just build a giant worm cake and they all go on the worm cake, but it's a rocket and it shoots it right into the heart of the sun. Problem solved.
That's true. But then you're killing all the toads. So how do you keep them alive and then eradicate threat? How do you eliminate the threat and keep them alive at the same time? I don't know if you can.
No. We could send them to America. You can have a black Hawaii.
They can eat all the hypodermic needles on the beaches. That sounds good.
They'll make little swords out of them. See, that's dangerous.
That's right.
Dangerous. So yeah. See, and then
if we just made like a giant like Thunderdome for the toads. I mean, that's kind of Australian-ish, right? Yeah. You make a Thunderdome and then you let them all just duke it out. You like wall off a city that's for the toads, and then you every now and then you just throw in some food or whatever, keep them alive, and then gradually they'll just start eating each other. And then it's, two toads enter, one toad leave. You know what I mean?
Then we could have like a Planet of the Apes type scenario where they take over and there's a Lord Toad. See, this is, hey, you should be writing this down, and
here, I'm ready. I'm with you.
Yeah. And then they, they take over Australia, and then Aquabats have to come down here and save the day.
That's the next episode, right? I mean, we did reptile people, then the toads are next. So we're ready.
Yeah.
Reptiles, amphibians. What's next? Sepulgids.
Well, but hey, do you know what we need? We need an Aquabats movie, a full-length, big budget, explosions, damsels in distress.
We're ready. We're ready when you guys are. We just need someone to pay for it. We're kind of like the government. We're ready to help you as soon as you pay for it.
I have this. I will donate this action figure. I don't know if you can see it. It's Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
With
what's he
some
toilet paper?
I call him Brian Bulk Hogan.
That's amazing.
I will donate this to the cause.
Okay, I love it. That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
So
that reminded me of something that I saw earlier this year that I thought you might get a kick out of. But let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, it's one of your Australian buddies. Maybe you can see this.
Oh, yeah, it's what's his name? Is it Humongous from Mad Max?
Lord Humongous. Yeah,
that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Can you read what he's saying, or is it backwards?
That's yeah. All we want is the toilet paper. It's true. That's our prime minister. That's our prime minister.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All we want is the toilet paper. There's been too much violence.
That's where,
as you can tell, that's one of my favorite predictors of the future movies. I love that one. That's a good one.
Well, I keep saying I'm gonna go to the tip. You know what a tip is? It's like a
the
garbage.
top.
It's kind of like tip is like a. It's like a, I don't know, trash disposal place. Like
okay, the dump. Yeah,
the dump. That's the way.
We call it the dump.
The dump, where the ibis live, and get all the tires. And I'm gonna fashion a nice vest out of tires, and just a bit of grease on my face. And then
get ready.
I'm ready for the apocalypse in style.
It's so weird. It's so strange that the apocalypse is just. It was something that people were giggling and laughing about, like, come on, apocalypse. Now everyone's like, wait, this could really be a real thing. Any second. I think that's the one thing this year has taught everyone is how quickly things can just go wrong.
Yes.
And so, in flipping it to the good side of it is we just need to really relish and cherish the moments that we have where we're not living in the desert looking for gasoline, you know what I mean? Right? I mean, we just really need to be like, wow, we are so lucky and blessed. Like, I'm talking to someone in Australia right now, you're talking to someone in the US, and it's like we're in the same room almost, but we're not. But that's awesome. Like, let's just celebrate cool stuff and
Absolutely.
Have fun with the world and be, let's make it a positive thing, because we're all going to die eventually. So let's just, let's be alive now.
That's right. Solar panels.
Yes.
I reckon the thing that would have changed that whole thing about Mad Max is solar powered cars in the desert.
That's true.
So
that's true. That would have, thank goodness we don't have solar powered cars because we wouldn't have Mad Max.
That's it. A little bit of apocalypse.
Let's look at the silver lining, right?
Yeah.
No, I think solar power is a great thing. I think there's got to be other ways of powering things besides dead dinosaur juice. Again,
code juice.
That is one thing about 2020 that some of us in the Aquabats have gone down so many different weird rabbit holes, like the reptile people and the flat Earth and the Illuminati, and there's this thing here called QAnon that people were, it's just all these strange, interesting conspiracy theories. And, you got to think, well, is this just people making stuff up, or is there some truth to this stuff?
Yeah.
And that's what's weird. It's like, we're all at a place where it's like, what is real? What is real? Help! So it's good that people can count on real superheroes like the Aquabats.
I agree. That's maybe that's what you need to do. You need to become the president,
hey,
commander in over there, and then you can just set everything right.
Hey, right? Idiocracy.
Hey, that movie was like a prophecy, right?
Oh my gosh, it really was in a lot of ways, which is, I don't know if that's something we want to be happy about.
No.
What does that say about all of us, right? But anyway, I don't want to like shine the light on bad stuff, but we've just been having fun, and we're writing new songs, and we're getting ready for this Christmas thing. The Christmas party is going to be super fun. Kooky Christmas Party. It's next weekend. So there's that to look forward to. And then, who knows what's going to happen. And it's kind of exciting and weird and exciting. And hopefully we can get through this COVID business and get back into being humans again. So
that's right, man. And touring, because we need to see you guys back down here. That's for sure. I mean,
we agree wholeheartedly.
yeah. Just move.
Yeah. We've never done a headlining tour on our own. We've always been there either on a festival tour or with another band. So we would love to do a headlining tour at some point there, but I don't know if the Aquabats are well known enough in Australia.
Are you kidding?
To bring people out. I don't know.
Are you kidding?
I don't know.
Man, we've got one of our main government-owned, I think they're government-owned, ABC runs Aquabats down here.
Oh, really?
Do you know, man?
Do people watch it? I mean, people watch. Are people watch? Do people watch it?
Yeah, man. Like that's what
I don't know. It's the same with Kooky Spooky. Like, I don't know if people like it. I hope they like it. I don't even know if people like the Aquabats. I don't even know.
I told one of the juniors at my work. I told them. I said I'd be having a chat with you, and they were like, "What? Man, Aquabats?
No way. You're lying."
I am not a lion. I'm a human being, and I am telling you, my friend, that Aquabats have a lot of love down here, dude. Not just the families and the kids, but the punks, the metalheads. You got to do it. Guaranteed, 100%.
Don't you break my heart with false information.
I'm not.
If that's true, legit, the Aquabats, we cannot wait to get back to Australia. I mean, in the places we've toured, and that includes our own country that we love very much with all of our patriotic hearts, we would love to come back to Australia like more than anything. And Japan was pretty good too, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Japan was amazing. And then we love Australia, and it's the people. I mean, we like the UK as well, but no offense UK, but we like the Australia better. Sorry, it's just better. It just feels like where we're from too. It just feels like a kind of like Australians and people from the West Coast, particularly maybe Southern California. It just feels like there's a lot of synergy. We like the same kind of things. We're similar types, outdoor people in a way. We both bring our dogs in at night so the cane toads don't attack. We're all there. We're there with you. We're there.
You've got.
Wait.
Is it coyotes, and
yeah.
What's the animal? What's the dangerous animal in your area that'll eat people and children?
There's mountain lions that come out of the hills. They're pretty dangerous, but no one gets killed by them. Like, someone got attacked. A jogger was attacked 5 years ago, so look out. And coyotes, a coyote could attack you, but you don't ever really hear people, because again, Southern California, particularly at LA and Orange County and San Diego, it's just one mass of humanity, where like in Australia, you'll have this little city and then there'll be a big stretch of countryside between the next city. But the coast here in Southern California, it's kind of like if you had Sydney and then all the way up the coast, it was just like massive cities, city. And that's why we don't get like wild animal attacks or, I found a black widow underneath a rock. Well, did the black widow bite you? No, but a brown recluse spider will bite. That will bite you and kill you, right? Like, people die of those bites. People die of snake bites in Australia. People die of, there's cane toads and all kinds of snakes. And we're not dealing with that because I think humans chased them all away. Like, there's just so many humans You're more likely to get attacked and killed by another human than any animal.
Absolutely. The most dangerous animal.
That's right. The most dangerous.
Yeah, we are.
Especially if they're wearing a rabbit suit.
That's right. That's right. Or a cane toad suit. Or yeah.
What was that? There was a movie in the late 80s, early 90s with Ice-T. Remember Ice-T, the rapper?
Yeah.
And it was called like The Most Dangerous Game or something like that. It was like a remake of an old film where they like some like rich banker Illuminati white guys captured some dudes and they like would send them on the hunt. You know, there's like that.
Yeah.
There's that rumor that the elite capture people and kids and like they set them out loose like a fox and they hunt them down. Anyway, there's a movie with Ice-T where he's like a homeless guy and he has these crazy dreadlocks and he kind of looks like a rabbit and they send him out and they chase him. I can't remember what that movie's called, but if you find out, let me know.
Yeah, man.
We can watch it together.
There's I just know they did it in The Pest, that John Leguizamo movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think
John Leguizamo.
Love him. I've got his action figure over there from the Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, there you go. There you
The
go.
whole room is just toys.
Yeah, I got a bunch of toys and stuff in here too. I don't know.
Ooh. Love it. Oh, look at that. I love it.
There's a lot of toys.
Robots, big giant robots is my jam.
Yeah, giant robots and toys. Yeah, those were my favorite toys when I was a kid. So I started to recollect them, you know, as you do. Yeah. But anyway, let's go back to how popular the Aquabats are because that really makes
that's what we're talking about. That's it.
That makes me feel great.
Yeah. Oh man, we've had a good chat here, but of course, one question I did want to ask.
Yeah,
very important one, to do with Christmas. So, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg. Now, what does
is this a riddle?
What does Batman smell like? Old money and feet.
I thought there was something to do with eggs. Was this just something to do with eggs? Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg. Oh, he laid an egg.
Yes.
Okay.
Where I've got a theory about that one too. I reckon if it hatches, has he got a bird head with a human body, or a human body with a bird head?
I don't know. It could have been a figurative thing where he was like supposed to like pitch in a cricket match and he failed, and so he laid an egg. He could have had a test, his driver's test, and he could have failed, thus laying an egg figuratively. There's all kinds of ways of analyzing this limerick.
Been bugging me all week.
Jingle bells, Batman smells. Robin laid an egg.
What you
Batmobile lost a wheel, and Joker got away.
Beautiful poem.
It is good.
Yeah,
we used to sing that a lot, actually.
I still do.
I'm just glad that song made it into the arms of the Australian people, because as far as we know, it could have come from Australia. Who knows where that song came from?
We're for a lot of terrible things.
Did it come from the UK? Did it come from Canada? One thing that we can be sure in our detective investigation of this origins of this famous song is that it came from an English-speaking territory, almost guaranteed.
New Zealand.
Unless, it could have been New Zealand. I was thinking unless maybe there was a Spanish-speaking territory, like Mexico maybe.
Whoa.
That had some spies that were like, let's unleash a very rude poem to the children of the English-speaking nations, thus eliminating Batman's relevance.
Yeah.
Hey, this could be a conspiracy theory.
Man, we could go down. This sounds like a whole other podcast on its own.
Oh, it is.
The
getting to the bottom of who made up that limerick, because someone had to make it up, and then it became so popular the whole world knows it, right?
Yeah,
it's fascinating to think about, like things like that.
There was this one kid who just
it was. But this goes out to our younger viewers or listeners. But history is really interesting because you can learn the origins of things that people do every day. And you find out that like, wow, I did not know where that came from. That's very interesting. Like I learned about this, like the 2-finger salute, which is a rude gesture, right? But it comes from the fact that in England, people shot the longbows, right? And when the French would capture them, they'd cut off their fingers so that they couldn't be soldiers against the French. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
This is a real thing. Because like, you know, you're like Sid Vicious, like, up your bum. But that's not what this means. This doesn't mean like a dirty thing. This means like, it means defiance, because it's when the French literally would capture the English, they'd cut their fingers off so that they couldn't then, because everyone at the time of Robin Hood, everyone could shoot a bow. That's what the English king like made it. He's like, okay, here's a decree across the land. Everyone shall shoot the longbow, right? So everyone was learning how to do this. And so when the French came to like, oh, we will take over England. Everyone was like, oh, no, you won't. Shapoo, 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 right? And like they got rid of them because the longbow at the time was like, it was like the Uzi. It was so tight. It was like the Miami Vice machine gun of the time. So anyway, so when the French would capture English soldiers, they cut off their fingers so that they could no longer pull the bow, right?
Nice.
So now whenever you see someone do this, it's not a dirty thing. It just means like, I've got my fingers in your face. So, because that's when the English guys would escape the French. They'd escape. They'd turn around and go like, you didn't get my fingers, right?
That's a good one.
That's interesting, right?
It is interesting. Stay in school,
And
kid.
it's true. It's a true story. So now it's conflicting because it's been, you know, it's evolved into something that's, vulgar. It's a vulgar gesture. But if you think about it, who made it vulgar? And why did they make it vulgar?
English.
Because they wanted to eliminate people standing up for their rights.
That's right.
Come on. Let's go, Australia. We can do it. Break the chains of tyranny.
I got nothing to break here, but I'm breaking it.
All right. Anyway,
I
I know we've gone over our time, but
love it. I appreciate
I
it.
thought that to get people interested in history again would be a good
I
idea,
think so.
because if we can learn from mistakes we made, maybe we won't make them moving forward into the land of, insanity.
And tire vests.
That's right. Anyway, thank you, Australia. We love you guys, and I hope I didn't burn any bridges.
No. If anything, the bridge is open. Well, that's not a bridge. That's my stinky brown couch. It is open for you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time today, Back Commander.
Of course, and I apologize about being late, and I also apologize about missing it the other day because we were supposed to do this the other day.
That's okay. Hey, man,
Blew my mind.
we're all gravy down here, mate. And the links will be here for the Kooky Christmas Party, which is happening on the 11th. Mate, thank you. Take care. Much love to you and the boys. And come down here soon.
Yes. Join us for a Christmas party, Australia. We will return. Mark my words. For the Aquabats are to survive, we must travel to Australia once again. It's our favorite place in the world.
Yeah. Hey, wait. I've got to. It usually samples like clapping and cheering. Doesn't matter. It'll work out.
Yeah, you can have that in later.
Yeah. Thank you so much, mate.
All right, no problem, man. Great to
brother.
talk to you. Sorry about my, going off here, but
No, man. I love it. I'm all
I
about
don't get to talk to many people without a mask on these days.
it. Neither do I.
Wearing a mask.
That's right. Toad people.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Take care,
See ya.
brother.